Hercules in New York is the very first movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger ever made, although in this movie he's listed as Arnold Strong because Americans would never accept the name Schwarzenegger. Hercules is a demigod that lives on Mount Olympus with all the other gods. It should be noted that Mount Olympus in Greek mythology is described as a paradise above the clouds filled with palaces, and is in no way like a park in Hoboken, New Jersey. I love how this movie had zero budget because not only do the costumes and settings fail to evoke a sense of wonder and awe, but you can clearly hear car horns constantly in the background. This movie just makes me smile.
I'm tired of the same old faces, the same old things.
What the hell's wrong with his voice? Oh, I have the dubbed version. Hold on.
I am tired of the same old faces, the same old things.
There we go. That's the
Does this mean I have Zeus's permission to leave?
It means you will stay. And I don't wish to hear another word on the subject.
I won't stay. Nobody will stop me.
How dare you address such remarks to your father?
Line? He and Hercules argue back and forth and Zeus refuses to let him go. Right up until he throws a lightning bolt at Herc and sends him to Earth anyways. It is abrupt. It should also be noted that Zeus's lightning bolts are bent pieces of rebar, which is freaking adorable. Hercules finds himself on a boat and the captain is pretty much holding him hostage.
You're addressing the captain of the ship. Now you say sir to me.
I'm Hercules.
So you told me.
No man is superior to Hercules.
Where do you think you're going?
Sure.
The captain give you permission?
Hercules goes where he wishes.
Not on this ship, you don't. Now get your carcass below.
Get yours.
Hey, you guys! $20 for the first man that flattens them.
The fight is pretty freaking epic. Stop it, Hercules, you're killing them! Oh, they're already dead. Hercules is saved by a kindly old Jewish pretzel vendor named Pretzi. Not even joking about that either.
Mine is Pretzi. Well, they call me Pretzi because, you see, I sell pretzels on the waterfront there.
Have I mentioned that I love this movie?
That'll be $2.
He want to be paid for driving Hercules in the chariot?
Couple of deadbeats, huh?
Okay, call a cop.
Not before I have some fun by taking out your hides, I ain't.
I'm running, Hurt.
How you done, you deadbeat?
How dare you touch him?
I get that the joke here is that the cabbie doesn't know that Hercules is an immortal demigod and will therefore get his ass kicked if he tries to fight him. The problem is that even if Hercules was just some random dude, he's still jacked as shit and you shouldn't be picking a fight with him. You got off light. What'd you think was gonna happen, dummy? Hercules and Pretzi stumble upon a collegiate track and field practice and Herc decides to show them how it's done. Hercules schools them all when it comes to throwing the discus and the javelin, but Herc doesn't anticipate them having an ace up their sleeve when it comes to the long jump. Holy shit. Now there's a real god right there. So Professor Camden and his daughter Helen are watching the practice and they invite Hercules and Pretzi to their house for tea. Why? I don't know. Camden wants to study Hercules because he did so well at track and field events or something. Hercules spends the entire time trying to hit on Helen in a very Arnold Schwarzenegger-like way and ends up breaking her boyfriend's ribs.
Hey, what's happening?
Is he a lover?
My what?
Hey, mister, watch your talk.
A beautiful woman who has a handsome man for a friend. They must be lovers.
Hey, will you cool
It is
it?
disappointing they're natural if they're not.
You put him down! Really, you're crazy!
Hey!
The only way to salvage this dinner is to talk about politics and cockfighting. Hercules basically demonstrates psychotic behavior that would never get you invited back to any dinner party ever.
I find him refreshing.
Well, he almost killed Rod Nelson, had to have a couple of his ribs taped.
Nevertheless, Mr. Zeus interests me.
Well, do you know he had the effrontery to ask if I would have dinner with him tonight?
Well, of course you told him.
I would.
Naturally.
What the hell is wrong with you people? So Hercules takes Helen on a horse-drawn carriage ride through the city and everything is going surprisingly well until Hercules gets into a fist fight with an escaped bear. It is glorious. Please stop hitting me. Arnold, it's just pretend. Arnold, please, you're hurting me. I can't breathe, Arnold. You will not trick Hercules. I know bears cannot talk. Oh, Jesus Christ, Arnold, you just killed Dan. I am Hercules.
You return to Olympus with me.
I don't wish to return yet.
Zeus insists on it.
I like it down here. Why can't the old man let me alone? The first time in 2000 years I am enjoying myself and he tried to spoil it.
I love how Herc is bored on Mount Olympus, so he spends all his time on Earth in an odd couple-style relationship with a 50-year-old Jewish pretzel vendor named Pretzi. But, in all fairness, that definitely is not an experience he would ever get to have on Mount Olympus. Back on Mount Olympus, there is some power struggle amongst the gods, and Zeus's wife Juno has Nemesis make Hercules mortal so that Pluto can do something to him. Honestly, the car horns really make it hard to focus on this scene.
Hey, watch where you're driving, you schmuck! This is 1970 in New York City. You can't talk to me like that. Shut up about the ass.
See what I mean? So distracting. Hercules then decides to become a wrestler now that he has the bloodlust. After an honest-to-goodness 5-second montage, Hercules is now wrestling a champion and the mob takes control of Hercules' contract.
I'm your new partner. But here's my contract to replace yours. All you gotta do is sign your name, and here's the dough.
I feel like this is a plot from a planned sequel that they just decided to kind of smush into this movie.
I've got a lot of dough spread out on those muscles of yours.
Don't worry.
Oh, I'm not worrying. Just reminding you that if anything goes wrong, I'm not gonna like losing all that money.
Hercules loses his power right as he's about to have a weightlifting competition with Monstro the Magnificent. I know that shoes won't do anything if you drop 750 pounds on your foot, but damn it, I would still wear them. Hercules loses the competition and the mob chases after him because they bet thousands of dollars on Herc's ability to hoist weight mightily over his head.
Cut him off at the zoo. Don't let those punks get away.
This is probably the least stupid scene in this movie. Between the frenetic mandolin and the overly cartoonish sound effects, my anxiety from this scene is just through the damn roof. Zeus gives Hercules back his power so that he has the strength to really strain to push over some stuff. I don't think this is really nitpicking. He's a god. He should not be exerting that much effort. And after the wacky misadventures of Hercules and Pretzi, Herc just flies back to Olympus without even saying goodbye.
Strongest guy in the world. Tying up, but a nothing like me.
Don't grieve, my friend. In the memory of Leaflet, separation may have acquired happiness all its own.
Herc?
And nothing can take that from us.
I love that this was the voice that originally dubbed over all of Arnold's lines, but after Schwarzenegger started to become famous, they switched it back to use Arnie's original voice. But since Arnold never did the voiceover for the radio transmission scene, why would they need him to? They had to keep the dubbed voice of Hercules and act like nothing was wrong. It seems like an odd thing to leave in for a movie that is very keen on the details. So in conclusion, Hercules in New York isn't the best movie in the world? Alright, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and leave me suggestions for movies you'd like to see in the comments down below.